After marching to the finals with an undefeated record, Ateneo head coach Tab Baldwin praised his team's heart and work ethic. UST head coach Aldin Ayo, meanwhile, has made his young team a force to be reckoned with after winning 3 straight do-or-die games. So, which team will take the next big step in Game 1 of the finals? Let's find out. Here to give their analysis, preview of Game 1, we have Jett, Manuel, and Dario. So, keys to winning. Okay? The things that these two teams that they need to do in order to win the game number 1. So, Jett, I'll start with you. I think 3-pointers will be parang big theme here in the finals.
It's going to be a super big key for UST to hit their 3-pointers because they live and die by the 3, so I don't think they're gonna change what they're doing. They're still gonna look for that 3 transition threes.
Is that okay, Diego, that we're still showing that Renzo's will be the 3-point?
So it's okay. Renzo's my guy. Renzo's my guy.
Emotionally
I'll give it
ready
to him.
Patayin niyo yan. That's true. Patayin niyo yan. Hindi pa ako naka-move on eh.
Anyways, going back to the 3-point shot.
Anyway, I think UST should hit their 3-pointers at a high percentage. In their first round, when they lost by only 1 point against Ateneo, they shot almost 40% from the 3-point line. In the second round, they lost by 14, and they shot only 27% from the 3-point line. So they really live and die by the 3. If they shoot a high percentage from the 3-point line, I think they're gonna have a big chance of winning games.
In fact, Jett, you have a specific number of 3-point shots that UST has to make.
Yep.
How many?
10. So no, I'm just saying it. I see it as if they hit more than 10 or more threes. It's connected to all the other facets of their game. It means the shot is falling. It means if it's falling, they can set up their defense right away. They can defend the transition offense of Ateneo. If their shots are falling, it means that the momentum is on their side. So offensively, if you're in a rhythm, and when they get in a rhythm, I mean, they've proven, I think, that they can beat any team, including Ateneo. So that number is just a number I put out there that maybe summarizes everything that I think that will go well for them if they hit that number.
And therefore, if you are Ateneo, because UST loves to play fast, is Ateneo's defense para swak pa siya dun sa to counter yung fast-paced game ng UST?
Well, I think Ateneo's defense is suited well also for. They defend the transition well. They like to play defense in the half court. But I think one of the keys for UST is also to win the rebounding battle against Ateneo. Because for me, that's the great equalizer of the game. If you have the same possessions as the other team, even if that's a super power team, you still have a chance because you have the same possessions. If you shoot at a high percentage, I think you have a chance to beat any team in the league.
Well, for me, if it was to a transition ball game, I think UST will be the team that is better. Like, if you look at it in a 40-minute perspective and they just play at the same tempo of UST, up and down, back and forth, I don't think that the second unit and the second unit big specifically of Ateneo can keep up with the second unit of UST. So if they keep going back and forth like that, then I think Ateneo will have a hard time to keep up for 40 minutes. I think they're going to force the game to slow down. I think they're going to force them to change the pace, maybe set things up, and force them also to set up their defense in the half court.
Especially if you have, let's say, you're going to have Mark Nonoy and Renz Abando coming off the bench.
Mark Nonoy.
Really making that second unit so fast. And I think, Diego, that's why yung transition defense ng Ateneo, you feel that's going to be so crucial for the Blue Eagles.
It's going to be crucial. They have to, for me, if they limit UST in the fast-paced game and keep the game below 80 points, I think they're going to beat UST for sure because UST is 1-6 when they score below 80 and they're 10-0 when they score 80 and above. So that shows us that
last game.
Except for that's only for the last game, that one win.
Yeah, below 80.
And they lived by the 3 as well. So that 3.
Well, they were dying by the 3 for a whole stretch of the game
right?
until Renzo Subido hit the 3.
Yeah. So that's it. They have Ateneo has to slow the game down, which they do well, so I think that's going to be key for them, below 80.
But the thing is with Ateneo, it's hard to tell because I expect them fully to be the most prepared team among the two. They're going to come out very well prepared, and I think they're going to change things up because what they've been doing in the season is they've been clogging the paint in transition. which allows teams to shoot. They actually prefer teams to shoot threes in the transition because it's a lower percentage shot. But will you do that with UST? Will you allow them to take their transition threes? Because even if it's a lower percentage shot, I think they're gonna take it and make it with joy. So I don't know what adjustment Coach Tab will do, but it's gonna be interesting to see how he's gonna defend that.
Okay, one of the primary concerns, let's say if Ateneo fan ka is masyado mong matagal na naghihintay.
Ito na.
Ang Ateneo. It's that long break. A team gets a sweep. You wait so long. You enter game one. You're rusty. You can't shoot. You don't have your timing. Is that going to happen to this Ateneo team?
Well, it's been the trend, diba? I think in the other league NCAA,
San Beda against Letran.
lost, and then even in the other past years, that's been happening to teams who have been waiting in the finals. But then again, we have one of the best coaches in Coach Tab in Ateneo. So
this Ateneo team can be so good, they can counter that trend.
Yeah, that's what
Kasi we saw that with UE before.
UE,
Lyceum,
with Ateneo,
with
Ateneo before,
San Beda, because they lost game 1 against Letran. So you think Ateneo is so good, hindi sila maapektuhan ng long wait?
Well, I think because it's the way they play. Like, the way they play makes them super consistent because they just find the open man. They defend well and they run if they can. So it's like super basic for Ateneo. They make it look so simple, but then it's really hard to execute that.
Ako, on the flip side, maybe I can just point it out na I fully expect the rust to take place. Now, for me, it's just a matter of how long that rust will be there. It may be there for the first quarter, the first half, the whole first game, they end up losing. So that's the thing now. How long will it be there? Because you can't, as players, you can't prepare for an actual UAP game, no matter how many opponents we go through in that rest period. So now I fully expect them not to shoot well. I fully expect them to have a bit of off timing and especially the start of the ball game. But if we see them flip it right away and they're back to their old Ateneo way, that's a challenge. When lalabas, like we talked about, then we can say, oh shit, Coach Tab. Oh shoot.
Because you can
Coach Tab is a very good coach.
Because you can't really practice like 18,000 people in the gym, right? So,
Iba yun eh. It's a very, very different environment. We'll just bleep it out. Thank you very much, Jett and Diego, for preparing us for the finals. Still ahead, the Philippines young golf aces set to showcase their talents in a golf tournament and camp next month in Cavite. So stay with us.